In the book Kali, the Black Goddess of Dakshineshwar, there is an excerpt about how Sri Ramakrishna, in his awakened state, began to see Maa Kali in everything. It really touched me, and I would like to read it to you now. The Divine Mother revealed to me in the Kali temple that it was she who had become everything. She showed me that everything was full of consciousness. The image was consciousness. The altar was consciousness. The water vessels were consciousness. The door sill was consciousness. The marble floor was consciousness. All was consciousness. I found everything inside the room soaked, as it were, in bliss. The bliss of Sat Chit Ananda. I saw a wicked man in front of the Kali temple, but in him also I saw the power of the Divine Mother vibrating. That was why I fed a cat with the food that was to be offered to the Divine Mother. I clearly perceived that the Divine Mother herself had become everything, even the cat. Wild, isn't it? Imagine being so immersed in Maa Kali that even the ordinary, like a cat licking a bowl, becomes an extension of your worship. This is the idea of sacred immanence, the idea that the world is intimately infused with the divine and not separate from it. And honestly, this makes me think how many moments I might have missed thinking that I'll connect when I'll meditate, when I'll light that diya, or when I'll go for that retreat. What if it's about training my eyes to see Maa Kali in everything? In the ordinariness, in the simplicity of life, in those difficult conversations, in those difficult dreams that reveal the side of me that I'm afraid to face, in the restlessness that we all have. What if that too is her in disguise? I believe it's about being available to Maa Kali rather than the other way around. And why would she wait? She is beyond time and space. She can show up for us in every possible way. We can see the whole world as her body. Sri Ramakrishna said, "That which is Brahman is verily Shakti." He did not see a divide. He also said, "I call it Brahman when it is inactive, and Shakti when it creates, preserves, and destroys." It's the same ultimate reality, whether she appears as dynamic Shakti or the stillness of Shiva. So why did Sri Ramakrishna feel her presence so intimately and so constantly? It wasn't because he believed in her. It was because he experienced her in a felt, embodied sense. Let's unpack that. He pierced through the sense of separation, through his spiritual practice, and more importantly, through his emotional surrender. He once famously cried for days because he could not bear to be separated from Maa Kali. He practiced every path that was available to him and then let it go. He practiced Tantra, Vaishnavism, Advaita Vedanta, even Islam and Christianity, not blindly or just intellectually, but to the point of realization. And what did he find? He found that every path led towards the same divine truth. But the path of Maa Kali was the most intimate for him. Psychologically, Maa Kali was not separate from him. She was his own inner feminine energy projected outwards. His unconscious became conscious, and it was embraced as divine. His relationship to Maa Kali was that of a child to a mother. But more importantly, it was self to self. When he felt separate from her, he saw her as his mother. But when he felt one with her, he was she. His nervous system was exceptionally attuned towards subtle energies. In my video on the yogic map of the koshas, I talk about the different layers of human experience. Most of us operate primarily from the Annamaya kosha, the gross physical layer driven by sense gratification and external demands. But when we engage in sincere inner work, we begin to access the subtler layers, states of deep bliss, intuitive knowing, and unity with universal wisdom. These layers, which may take years of practice for most of us, were naturally and vividly accessible to Sri Ramakrishna. Even something as simple as hearing a devotional song could send him into states of deep samadhi. But it's important to note that his visions, his ecstasies, his weepings could be dismissed as instability in today's world. But in that place and time, they were seen as signs of spiritual realization, probably because he was born in the sacred ecology of 19th century Bengal, when there was a framework for spiritual intensity. Our modern world doesn't know where to fit it. It could very easily be medicalized or rendered as a dysfunction. Sri Ramakrishna's lack of repression made his perception of the divine really porous and embodied. And Maa Kali loves that. She does not want our performance, our perfection. For her, real is enough. Her path is not shiny. It's not linear. It's not a straight line. It's like life. It's deeply human and full of potential. Worshipping Maa Kali isn't always about feeling powerful. It's about facing the part of us that is terrified of our own power. And sometimes that power isn't loud or aggressive. It's profoundly innocent and soft. It's the part of us that wants to feed a stray dog, that longs to sing to a tree, that wants to cry without knowing why, and to melt in devotion, that has the courage to take rest, to say no without feeling guilt, and to admit, I want love without feeling shame. Yes, that too is Maa Kali's domain. And when we reclaim that part of us that just wants to live in authenticity, it becomes a source of our strength. It makes us free. Thank you for joining me in this exploration. If this video resonated with you, please drop a like and share it with your friends and family members. Please support my work by subscribing to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.